and welcome to Nosey Road St Helens. The fourth match of the 94-95 season. It's being led out this afternoon by matchday mascot, a young lady, Ashley Peters. 5 years of age she is. She came out with captain for the day, Bobby Goulding. There's Alan Hunt just leading her out, and Ashley is the son of Steve Peters, beg your pardon, is the daughter of Steve Peters. I was talking to Steve before. Obviously I was thinking of Greg Peters, Steve's son, who plays rugby league for Blackroot Royals, but out there as the matchday mascot, Ashley Peters, Steve Peters' daughter, and also a granddaughter of Kevin Whittle and Sheila Whittle, who have the Saint restaurant. But a big day for this young lady. Alan Hunt there, trying to get that young Ashley to do her limbering up movements as she attends Bleak Hill Country Primary School. Her hobbies are gymnastics and swimming, which I believe she's a fine exponent. Her favourite player is Sonny Nickel, but she's there with Alan Hunt and Bobby Goulding. Big day for this young lady. Big day for proud parents and grandparents. As I said, Steve's son, Greg, is 8 years of age, and he's the captain of the Blackroot Royals, I believe. But the Salford side take the field. The Saints team for this afternoon, unchanged apart from one placed in the prop forward position. But it's Steve Prescott at fullback, Alan Hunt, Scott Gibbs, Simon Booth and Anthony Sullivan are the three quarters. Phil Worthing and Bobby Goulding, the half-back pairing. Andy Damerton for John Neal, who has a back injury. Kieran Cunningham, Adam Fogarty, Chris Joynt, Sonny Nickel and Sean Casey are the forwards, with Paul Loughlin and Ian Pickervance on the bench. The Salford outfit, Scott Mann, Jason Critchley, Scott Naylor, Martin Burkins and Phil Ford are the three quarters, with Stephen Blakely and Sean Brown the lively half-back pairing. David Young, John Quigley and Richard Webster form the front row, with Paul Farber, Bob Marsden and Ian Blease the back three. Nathan McAvoy and Craig Randall are on the bench, and it will probably prove to be a very competitive match this afternoon. Saints back in winning ways after a superb win at Halifax last week. Solid display from all the team after a shaky start, especially Scott Gibbs, Bobby Goulding and Chris Joynt were outstanding in my opinion. Centre fielder, a lady mascot for the Salford team, and there's young Ashley Peters with Bobby Goulding just having her photograph taken, another one for the scrapbook. Steve Peters, Ashley's dad, a prolific player in his own right, tough as teak, utility player, played in lots of positions, and there's young Ashley hurrying down to the players' entrance to meet her dad Steve. All ready for the action. Last Sunday, both teams with high-scoring games. Halifax 22, Saints 30, and Salford 33, Hull 28. But Salford lost midweek to Widnes, 24-16. They'll be looking to try and put that right today, but obviously Saints will be back in the swing, as I said, with an excellent win at Halifax. Both teams with just one win from 3 outings. The crowd very late coming in to Nosey Road this afternoon, but they're here. And Saints have possession. Well, solid tackling early on. Richard Webster, the ex-Welsh rugby union player. Well, both David Young, an ex-Welsh rugby union player as well. Paul Farber's there. Farber's being spoken to. And Farber incurred the wrath of the referee midweek at Widnes. And it was in the press that Gary Jack thought that that led to the Salford downfall as they went down by 24-16. But the first penalty of the game going Saints' way. Good break there as Fogarty comes through. Try scorer against his old side at Halifax last week. Saints move it left quickly. Sonny Nickel powers his way. Takes 2 and 3 Salford men with him. Now it's Sean Casey, one of the youngsters here at St Helens, in at loose forward with Shane Cooper still out, with the mandatory 15 days for concussion, the knock which he took at Warrington. Good kick in there by the Saints. Touch is found 10 metres from the Salford line. First scrum of the match with the Salford feed. 10 metres in from the Popular side and 10 metres from the Salford try line. Well, a little bit of hanky-panky there early on. Andy Dannett. And the front row forwards there for Salford getting a little bit heated up. David Young and Andy Dannett. Andy Dannett walks away. The touch judge is on, and referee Atkin is going to speak to his touch judge. And early fireworks. Well, 10 minutes in the sin bin for Young, the captain. Just 2 minutes played. And Young in the sin bin. Penalty to the Saints. So they're definitely fired up early on. Now let's hope that Saints can capitalise on the one-man advantage, just as Widnes did the other day. As I said earlier, when Forber got sent off. Andy Dannett leading the charge. Well, the other prop, Webster, comes in. It looked a little high, but play allowed to go on. Golding, long ball. Stevie Prescott tidies it up. It's clattered by Jason Critchley, St Helens lad Critchley from the Blackbrook area. Anthony Sullivan, he goes crossfield, looking to beat the cover defence. But Ian Blease completes the tackle. Kieran Cunningham attacked in half-back. Saints move it left. Chris Joint. Simon Booth was there on his left, but Joint well clamped this time. Cunningham to Golding. Golding brings it left. Long overhead pass. Is the try there? Is it given? No, forward pass. Referee Atkin rules a forward pass. The turnover on the sixth tackle, and Salford will have possession. Critchley coming in field, guesting with the Perth Reds in the close season next season. Won a contract. An exciting player is Critchley. Certainly a player I wouldn't mind seeing in a Saints jersey. Very exciting player. Salford now in possession. Paul Forber, the ex-Saint, gets the ball away. Salford keep it moving. Solid tackling by the Saints. Scott Gibbs over on the far side, along with Sean Casey. Casey there penalised, I think, for enthusiastic tackling. Salford win their first penalty. And we must remember last season, Salford inflicting Saints' heaviest defeat. In between Salford and Saints clashes since Adam was a lad. It was about 1929 at the last time Saints were beaten heavily by Salford, 34-2 early in January, shortly after Eric Hughes had taken the reins here at St Helens. And Saints will want to erase that defeat, won't they? 5 minutes gone. Solid tackling. Gibbs really got into the swing of things. There's rugby union convert. Well, the ball's loose. Gibbs picks it up. He's like a natural, is Gibbs. They said his players take time adapting, but there's nothing wrong with Gibbs, is there? Casey, the mismove onto Prescott. Well taken down there by Scott Naylor. Good mismove there by the Saints. They move it left. They continue moving it left with Andy Dannett in with the shoulder. Good drive by Dannett. Not been chosen the last couple of games. Good handling there by Golding. Golding works the loop movement. Now Sonny Nicol takes it well. Golding just getting in the swing, and a hallmark of his play. Keeps his side going. Adam Fogarty head down. Forber takes him there. Last tackle of the sequence. Kieran Cunningham attacked in half-back. Saints take it to the right. Golding again. Chips it through. Putting pressure on Salford. Yes, the ball's loose. It's gone touching goal off a Salford player. So a lot of pressure there on Scott Mann, the Parramatta Australian, his debut for Salford this afternoon. Pressure there by Golding. Peppers the Salford line. And they're forced to drop out from between the sticks. 6 minutes on the clock, no score at all. But plenty of pressure by the Saints. Salford with one man in the sin bin, David Young, after only 2 minutes. Sonny Nicol picks it up and drives forward. 4 gather round him. 3 of them actually complete the tackle. Saints moving quickly to the left. Fogarty up the middle. Golding was looking for that ball to move it out left. Now he gets it. Misses the one man out, turns it back inside. Forward pass ruled as Casey takes it. Golding trying a movement, bringing the defence over to the left and then slipping it back inside to Sean Casey. But the pass ruled forward by referee Atkin. Salford with possession. Good break there. Oh, excellent break by fullback Scott Mann. Jason Critchley from the active half-back position. Short ball onto Ian Blease, which certainly looked to him forward, but ruled OK by the referee. That half-back is John Quigley. Now it's with Paul Forber looking for support, he gets it. Saints are stretched on the left, but Salford couldn't capitalise. They move it back inside. Bob Marsden, the ex-Rochdale forward. The half-back pairing, Brown and Blakely. Put Saints under pressure and Salford in the Saints 20-metre area for the first time. Quigley, left. Inside, Blease keeps it going. On the half-back there, Stephen Blakely goes in for the try. Well, a first excursion into the Saints 20-metre area, and it pays dividends. As Blakely goes over for a try after 8 minutes. More or less against a run of play, we may say. But Salford did well, moved over quickly. And Saints paid the penalty, didn't they? Salford in the lead. 12-man Salford, with Young in the sin bin for an indiscretion in the scrum. Dispatched for 10 minutes, cooling down by referee Atkin. But against the run of play, as I said, Salford take the lead. They did well, come virtually the full length of the field. As Forber comes in, severity of the tackle, forced the ball from his hands. Saints couldn't capitalise on it, but the scrum down will be formed with Forber knocking on. Quick hands there, Sean Casey looks for the gap. Saints pressurising now, they've got to hit back and good style. They move the ball left, Whirring. Short ball to Joint, but Mann read it well. Moved in on him quickly. Saints move it left again, Dannett. Oh, pushes 2 off, drives again. 8 metres from the line is Dannett. Salford forced the line up on their own line. Golding onto Fogarty, can Fogarty stretch? Oh, inches short. Superb inside pass from Golding. Cunningham, Golding again onto Joint. Well, obviously, Saints think that there's a weak link on this left-hand side. Well, left-hand side is we are viewing, but obviously it's the Salford right-hand side as Golding takes it across field. Oh, super try by the Saints. Superb try by Alan Hunt, instigated by Bobby Golding. And lessons are to be learnt, aren't they, especially after the Warrington defeat. That's a typical Warrington-type tactic that when Saints conceded 4 tries, unfortunately on the one side, but persistent. Golding brought the ball over to the blind side on the left here, drew the Salford defence in. Then the ball was taken over on the last tackle, kicked over to Alan Hunt's side. The defence, as I said, had been dragged in, and Alan Hook was there to take it cleanly and touch down unopposed. But Saints at least on level terms. 13 minutes gone on the watch. 4 points apiece. Salford back to the full complement. And an excellent try there, and Bobby Golding. I mean, he's a natural, isn't he? This is what we want. He's dyed in the wool scrum half. Comes from a good pedigree. His fourth top-class club with Leeds, Wigan, Widnes and now St Helens. He's here for 3 years. And this is what we hope he'll do for the Saints. Keep them ticking. Scott Gibbs. Oh, straight in, like running into a brick wall. Scott Gibbs pushes Farber out of the way. They call Paul Farber buffer because he runs as if he's running into the buffers like a train does, but he'll know all about that. He was on the receiving end, wasn't he? Andy Dannett, good drive. Cunningham at dummy half. Cunningham takes it from acting halfback, brings it over to the left. Taken down by Sean Brown. David Young there in at the tackle, and also Bob Marsden. The ball rebounding. It's come on to Andy Dannett. The tackle count still wave, but Golding inside to Steve Prescott. Saints moving left. Sean Casey up to Waring. Oh, it's still all on. Sean Casey, can he score? He can. Yes, that's a try. He's given a double movement. That was no double movement. The man wasn't held. It came off a Salford player, came back. Sean Casey got it. He was brought down short. Well, it didn't look as though he'd made a double movement from here. Whether you'll pick clearer pictures up, obviously on your video, you'll want to watch that again, won't you? But referee Atkin just getting a little bit of booing and jeering. But certainly a little bit of an arguing point there, as referee Atkin just receives a little bit of impartial encouragement from the popular side faithful just below us. Salford in possession. Bob Marsden taken down by Sonny Nicol. Cunningham comes back in. Nicol clamped in man and ball. Now it's Quigley, the half-back, and Hooker for Salford. Salford moving left. Oh, quick hands. Lovely hands there on the far side. Martin Burkitt. Is he in at the corner? He certainly is. Super quick hands there by Salford. And Martin Burkitt extends, gives Salford the lead, I should say. But they regain the lead after 16 minutes. And that coming from Saints at the Salford end, where we thought we'd scored a try, with Sean Casey being a judge to have made a double movement, and Salford coming the full length of the field again, and Burkitt touching down in that bottom right-hand corner. 17 minutes gone on the watch, and Salford regained the lead by 8 points to 4. Golding keeps it low, puts it central. Mann gathers it, looks for support, has to take it on his own. He's a big rangy lad. He's taken down by Chris Joint. Salford move it to the right, and Andy Dannett and Kieran Cunningham. With Cunningham and Waring, an extended run in the first team. Oh, solid tackling there. Waring in there, in at the action with Sean Casey, another youngster, and Andy Dannett. Blease trying to milk it for a penalty. And here's Farber. Well, didn't look anything in that, whether Farber's going to be penalised for going in with the raised elbow. I think he is. He's going to be spoken to, and he got 10 minutes in the bin for dissent. The captain's being called over. But the referee right in at the action, and Farber will know he's got to keep his trap shut, otherwise he'll be having 10 minutes again. But referee Atkin, going in with the elbow is the indication, just what I thought. It didn't look all that bad from our commentary position here, but obviously the referee was right on the job. We knew the tackle wasn't high from the Saints, but Salford penalised. Farber going in too enthusiastically. We know he's a tough player, tough as teak. Thatcher Heath lad. Salford's player of the year last year. 10, 11 years here at St Helens. Earned a well-earned benefit. And still plying his trade just down the road at Salford. But Golding now, looking to pull 2 points back for the Saints. Well, that looks good from here. Yes, 2 points from a Bobby Golding penalty. Six points to 8 the score. Salford kick it off. Well, Alan Hunt, unfortunately, couldn't take it cleanly. The ball going dead. I would imagine it's very slippy out there. It's a bit of rain in the early morning and just before the kick-off here. But he just couldn't take it cleanly. Put Saints under a little bit of pressure, but obviously Salford have possession. Blease gathers it. Waring the first man there to meet him, along with Chris Joint and Simon Booth. And the ball's loose. Waring tidies it up. The referee doesn't allow the advantage. He says the ball's been knocked on by Blease. He's given the Saints feed, but surely advantage should have been played. Golding to feed. Saints win the possession. They move it quickly. Booth, he can't take it. That's going to be, well, is the referee going to allow play on this time? He isn't. He stopped it again. But just as I said about the ball being very greasy, 3 errors in quick succession there. 2 from the Saints, 1 for Salford. And now it's Salford possession. Sean Brown feeds it. Blease has it and brings it blindside. Sean Casey broke quickly dispatched Blease to the earth. Webster, well taken down. Solid tackling by the Saints. They've got to contain this Salford outfit. Look very sharp. Bob Marsden, just outside the Saints 20-metre area. Quigley onto Farber. Always want to do well, these players that's left Nosey Road against the Saints when they come back here. And Salford again move it left. The Saints defence will have to tighten up. Turn round there by Scott Naylor. Last tackle of the sequence. Drop goal attempt, but it did touch a Saints player. And therefore, Saints will have to drop out from between the sticks and Salford will regain possession. Unlucky there. Sean Brown, I think it was, that went for the drop goal. And Bobby Golding, good kick from Golding, 50 metres. Mann takes it, he'll have to be clattered. Well, he loses his footing. The ground in excellent condition here. Credit to all the ground staff. But unfortunately, a little bit of rain we've had, making the handling just a little bit awkward. Marsden, well taken by Golding. Clamps him, man and ball. Super tackle by Golding. 23 minutes gone. Salford still in the lead by 8-6. Blakely breaks out of the first tackle. Golding comes in, wraps him up. But it's Salford moving it left. Forcing the way up on that far side. Good tackling by the Saints this time. Last tackle again. Saints have withstood the pressure. Well, the ball's too deep. Good idea there. Excellent tactics by Sean Brown. But now it's Alan Hunt. Clamped by Blease as Saints took a quick tap. The restart from the centre of the 20-metre line. Cries for offside as Blease was there, but he was quickly away from the acting halfback, or the marker position I should say. Dannett. Kieran Cunningham makes a further 10 metres. Waring at dummy half. On to Golding, trying to draw the defence in. Well, that looked a little high by Blease on Chris Joint. Certainly Joint's head went back, but the referee said it was round the chest. Last one of the sequence, chip through. Prescott chasing it. And Prescott takes down his counterpart, Scott Mann. Whirring there, slows the man down, but Salford break quickly. Martin Burkitt, the try scorer, makes good yardage. 25 metres. Marsden, Critchley from the right wing berth over there, flicks it up. The tackle wasn't completed, and Marsden. Kieran Cunningham went in for the shoulder charge, but Fogarty had got him. Brown onto Webster. Solid running by Salford. They've made some good yardage when they've had the ball in the hands. Now it's Farber. He releases it to Brown. Saint stretched again. Oh, Brown draws the defence in. Good work by Salford. Last tackle of the sequence, and Salford certainly come from one end of the field to the other. Burkitt. Oh, in for Ford. Easy. Easy for Ford, that was. Last tackle of the sequence. The ball quickly transferred from centre field over to the left, and Burkitt drew the defence in, slipped it out to Ford, and the veteran Phil Ford goes in for another try to no doubt tag on to his illustrious career. But Salford extend the lead, 12 points to 6. The kick, and he's successful this time. 14-6 the score in favour of Salford. Loughlin on in place of Phil Whirring. Sean Brown takes it, flicks it up to Paul Farber. Now the alarm bells will be ringing in the Saints camp. 8 points down. Quarter of an hour of this first half remaining. Salford coached by the ex-Test player full-back Gary Jack. Just hung his boots up at the end of last season. Scott Mann coming up, linking up from the full-back position. Quigley, Brown along the line, Blease. He's taken down, last tackle of the sequence now, and Salford will no doubt boot it downfield. Putting pressure on the Saints. Anthony Sullivan takes it cleanly. Unlucky there, Sullivan, as Salford moved up, penetrated the first line. Now it's young Prescott, but Salford penalised for offside. And much to the ironic cheers from down below us, not before time. Well, Golding there just manages to get it into touch. Not the best of kicks from Bobby Golding. Salford urged to get back, and let's see Saints. They can get things moving as Golding leads the charge. Enthusiastic tackling, to say the least. Chris Joint brings it blindside. He wants to play it quickly. Naylor had held on to him. Now it's Sean Casey. As Golding receives treatment, Cunningham onto Loughlin. Simon Booth, big lad just like Paul Loughlin. Sonny Nicol plays it to himself and scores a try. And he salutes the crowd there in the Eddington. But good play by Sonny Nicol. Saw that he wasn't being marked correctly. Dribble the ball forward. Can either play it back or dribble it forward. He did. A big gap there, and he touched down for the try. Sonny Nicol's second try of the season. Sonny Nicol, the favourite player of today's matchday mascot, young lady Ashley Peters, son of the daughter, I'll get it right eventually, the daughter of Steve Peters. As Golding pops it over, the young lady Ashley Peters, she'll be chuffed with that one, especially with Sonny Nicol going over for the try. That's converted by Bobby Golding. 14 points to 12, Salford still lead with 10 minutes remaining of the first half. Deep kick again, Alan Hunt, no problem this time. Scored the Saints' opening try, which was his 4th of the season. Salford moving up quickly as Adam Fogarty drives up. Saints other new signing, Apollo Perolini, is back in town. Played at Salford in the A-team on Friday evening. But Salford move up quickly. Got to try and take the opposition off the game as Golding puts it upfield, behind Scott Mann, the Saints chasers, Mann takes it, Golding's leading the charge. Now get off him quickly, Saints, he's got to play it, and Salford are very slow getting back. Well, obstruction there as Critchley comes through, but he's well clattered there by Simon Booth. Webster, well tackled by Joint, the Saints now, they've got the bit between the teeth. On to Young, oh, solid tackle. Felt the full force of that. Now Quigley, from the acting half position, Salford keep the ball moving. The tackles have got to be firm, hard and fair. Farber's the man in possession now, and it's the last one of the sequence for Salford. 10 metres inside their own half. Comes to the scrum half, Sean Brown, puts it downfield, Sullivan takes it. Sullivan breaks through, he's taken down by substitute Nathan McAvoy. And now Steve Prescott from the dummy half position. Another exciting prospect here at St Helens, Steve Prescott. He's had a troublesome injury which kept him out at the back end of last season and the early part of this season. But good running by the Saints. Golding now, looking for support. Enthusiastic tackling there by Blease. And Blease again. Now with Sean Casey, overhead pass to Alan Hunt. Just couldn't control it. The idea was right, but it just wasn't controlled. Knock on, scrum down with the Salford feed. 7 minutes remaining of the first period. Salford just holding that slight 2-point advantage, 14-12. Phil Ford, season campaigner Phil Ford, plays it to himself, he wasn't marked. But he's grounded there by Scott Gibbs. In with the shoulder, bounced him to the earth. Saints move up quickly. Ian Pickervance looking to be introduced in place of Andy Dammert. Maybe a tactical move by Saints coach Eric Hughes as Paul Loughlin completes the tackle. Salford have the possession. They're moving it left. Brown onto Blease, oh good handling, super play, Farber inside to Critchley, can Critchley go in at the corner? Oh well clattered, well the try's there, his impetus kept him going, that's a good try. Critchley got the ball from Farber, it was Blease that had made the initial break. Fed it inside to Farber, put him into a big hole. Critchley loomed on Farber's right. Farber slipped the ball out to Critchley, went on a diagonal run for this bottom right-hand corner. Steve Prescott was there along with Anthony Sullivan, but Critchley's impetus took him over and he bounced it over the whitewash. Super try for the Red Devils. Extends the lead to 18 points to 12, and this Blakely conversion to come. Five minutes to the interval. Blakely tees it up. Yes, just puts it to the right-hand side of the left-hand post. $20 points to 12. The substitution is made. Dammert off and Pickervance on. Ian Pickervance will add A lot of speed to the forward line. Exciting player is Pickavance. Maybe a tactical ploy, but trailing at 20 points to 12. Eric Hughes got to look to all his options. Oh, good handling again. Loose play. Alan Hunt scoops it up. Inside ball to Sonny Nicol. Inside again to Scott Gibbs. Oh, and Gibbs powers for the line. Saints now, they've got to get points on the board before the interval. Golding coming across the field. Onto Joint. Overlap for the Saints. Joint, oh yes. Super ball to Steve Prescott. Prescott in for his first of the season. And that's quick hands by the Saints. Steve Prescott in for the try. Alan Hunt over on the far side, slipped it inside to Gibbs. Gibbs was brought down short, and then the ball was transferred crossfield. A long ball from Bobby Golding onto Chris Joint. Plenty of hands over here, overlap for the Saints. I thought maybe at first Joint was going to be tackled, but his tremendous upper body strength, hasn't he? Broke out of the tackle. Slipped it to Steve Prescott, as ever in support, and Prescott in for the touchdown. Another high-scoring game. Both of these teams had high-scoring games last weekend, and certainly is this afternoon, isn't it? 20 points to 18. So Salford have to kick off again. That was a Salford mistake, obviously, which Saints capitalised on it. They'd lost possession, and Saints snapped it up very quickly. And that's what you've got to do, capitalise on the opposition's mistakes. Alan Hunt drives it up. Solid Salford tackling. They'll obviously have been rocketed by coach Gary Jack with that midweek defeat at Widnes. Certainly a side Widnes they're going to find it hard this season. Cunningham inside to Pickavance. Strong runner, takes some pulling down. Farber Quigley and Webster in at the tackle. Blees certainly getting through some work as Simon Booth breaks the cover defence. Oh, support from Joint! Joint of streaking! Yes! Joint touches it down! Super try! As Saints take the lead for the first time in this game, right before the interval, 39 minutes. Saints' fourth try of the afternoon. Super break there by Simon Booth, big rangy lad. Simon Booth, as I said, big rangy lad. Both him and Loughlin, very similar looking there, big lads. And Booth took it up, broke the cover defence. Joint was on Booth's left, he fed it to Joint. Sullivan was also there in support, and an excellent try, giving Saints the lead at 22-20, and Golding pops it over. His fourth of the afternoon. It puts Saints in the lead, as I said, for the first time at 24 points to 20 now. You don't take your eyes off this game for a minute. Going one way and then another. Well, excellent, full, more or less, full length of the field display. Right bang on the 40 minutes. You can see how close that try by Chris Joint was to the half-time interval. But half-time here at Nosey Road after some exciting rugby as the Saints go under the main stand. Now they are on about moving the changing rooms under there. But Saints go off under the main stand. Salford down to the tunnel entrance, and the half-time score here at Nosey Road in a pulsating first 40 minutes. Saints 24, Salford 20. have a special mention to the lady just in your picture there. The lady well wrapped up in the light coat. She's Mrs. Hannah Porter from Coltshead Avenue in Billinge. At least she's in the split area there, Billinge, but she's supporting the right team in St Helens, isn't she? She's 87 years of age. She's been an ardent Saints fan all her life, but it's the first time she's been to Nosey Road, and she's out there watching her favourites, and obviously she's glad they're in the lead by 24 points to 20. Her favourite player is Paul Loughlin. She'll be pleased he's come on the field, and she wants him as the toy boy. Well, there you are, Paul, dip your bread in. Anyway, best of luck from daughter Janet, son-in-law Len, and the grandchildren Helen, Jill and Jane. So a warm welcome there, as I said, to Hannah Porter, 87 years young. Ready for the second period, the second 40 minutes, and certainly if it's been as exciting as the first 40 minutes, we'll not grumble, will we? Also, a big welcome to all the lads in the Carmel Hotel. Regular viewers on a Tuesday evening. Mr. Atkin signifying to the timekeepers that we're ready for the second 40 minutes. Bobby Golding gets us underway. Salford in possession, just losing the lead in the last minute of normal time in the first half. Saints taking the lead for the first time in the game. Quick play again and support. Well, Cunningham penalised. Cunningham and Sean Casey run away. Martin Burkitt back on after receiving treatment, a blood bin substitution in the first half. But errors like that, I'm sure, won't be tolerated by Saints coach Eric Hughes. Could prove also crucial in a different position. Blease. Now it's with Brown, over to Webster. Webster moves inside, flicks it onto forward. Certainly looked to hint forward. There's calls for a forward pass here. We've got to play to the whistle, and Quigley well wrapped up there by Scott Gibbs. Super tackle by the Welshman. Chip kick through there by Blakely. Now Steve Prescott. Let's see Prescott. Oh, well taken down there by Critchley. That surely, oh dear me. Well, Saints have possession, but that surely was a penalty to the Saints, or should have been. Prescott fouled. It looks as though he was fouled in trying to get the ball. Whether it was shoulder to shoulder with Critchley, didn't look it from this angle. But no doubt you Saints spectators wouldn't expect me to say anything else, would you? Saints have the possession, in the lead by 24 points to 20. Fogarty drives it up, last tackle of the sequence. Fogarty playing it to himself. He was marked, and yet he played it to himself. Referee Atkin gives the penalty to Salford, but surely Adam Fogarty there, he must have seen the referee's signal and knew it was the sixth tackle. Ball should have been played and gone to one of the kickers to try and put Salford back in their own half, put them under pressure. Quigley moves in for Salford at the acting half-back position. Been some excellent tries this afternoon. Salford certainly backing the man up with the ball. They've got a substitute on at half-time, Craig Randall. Brown along the line, Blakely. Lively half-back pairing, Brown and Blakely, and they'll have to be spoken to and wrapped up and just whisper in their ear when you bounce them to the ground. Blease, strong run in, centre field. Last one of the sequence now. Let's see if the ball goes to Brown. It is. What's he got up his sleeve? Oh, tactical kick again on the far side for Jason Critchley, but too deep. It's Bob Marsden, I think, that's gone off at half-time. Well, loose play. Saints tidy up with Ian Pickavance. Salford all offside. The referee not pegging him back on this occasion. The referee's back, but unfortunately the Salford players are not back with him. Now Adam Fogarty looking for support. He gets it away to Cunningham. The ball's knocked forward. Fogarty looks as though he was going down in possession, but then flicked it up, and it wasn't taken cleanly. Salford now moving it right. Blakely will have to be wrapped up. Oh, good tackle on the far side by Paul Loughlin. Well, Paul Loughlin over on that far side. Now with Martin Burkitt, gets the ball away to Brown. Salford throwing it about, please. Looking for support. Oh, super play there. But Ian Pickavance, solid tackle. No problem on to Quigley. Randall, substitute forward onto Quigley. Oh, transference of play. Farber looking for support. It's now on to Young, please. Mann in the line. Mann, oh, gets it away. Now it's with Phil Ford, veteran wingman. Ford keeps it going onto Randall. Good play by Salford, but the ball's down. Saints have possession. Farber goes in, drops down on Sean Casey, I think it is, that's coming up with possession. And now it's Ian Pickavance. Simon Booth. The touch judge on the far side. He's seen something. Didn't look anything untoward in the movement or the tackle. But obviously the touch judge on the far side seen something. Well, going in with a fist is the indication by the touch judge. Looks as though Salford are going to be penalised. Certainly from our angle, it didn't look anything in it, but the referee's there, he's picked something up well, he's penalising Ian Pickavance. No, I beg your pardon, Kieran Cunningham, I think it is. No, I'll get it right eventually. Penalty award. Right in front of the sticks. Well, that's one that we have to decide on. Obviously we'll have a look at that again and see if we can come up with anything, but there didn't look anything in the tackle there. Kieran Cunningham was spoken to. Blakely just over 20 metres out, just to the left of the sticks. Saints in the lead by 24 points to 20, and the first chance of points coming Salford's way. Steve Blakely, 7 minutes gone in the second half. He slots it between the uprights. The referee obviously having words to say to the Saints, and the popular side faithful just giving him a little bit of encouragement. Quigley breaks out of the tackle. Well, Chris Joint and Kieran Cunningham clash heads as they go in for the tackle. The Salford players receiving treatment as well. Well, Chris Joint requires treatment. The referee just bringing it to the bench's attention. Jeanette Smith already on the field. (24-22) the score after 7 minutes of the second half. The only scoring of Blakely penalty goal. while we're just having a little bit of treatment. Best wishes, obviously, and a speedy recovery to one of our souvenir shop ladies, Marion Graham. We think she's going to be here today. She's just been in hospital for an operation. She's back on the mend, and no doubt shortly she'll be giving her old book and attending to your every whim, along with Chris, on a Tuesday and Thursday evening in the souvenir shop. So best wishes and speedy recovery to Marion Graham. Salford in possession. It certainly wouldn't do for anybody here with a heart complaint, would it, this afternoon? Seesaw game. Salford keeping the ball moving there. Farber along the line. Now it's with Randall. Cunningham, Fogarty and Joint. Fully recovered now, Joint, after that clash of heads with Kieran Cunningham. Blakely from the acting half position. Well wrapped up again. There'll have been some stern talking in both camps during the half-time interval. Now it's with Blease, playing well as Blease. Mann linking up, did well to take that. Sean Casey was in on him like nobody's business. Last tackle of the sequence. On to Blakely. Blakely's going to run it. Bobby Golding read it. Beats the cover defence. Support there from Stevie Prescott. But well wrapped up by Phil Ford. Good tackle there by Ford, nothing in it. Probably looked worse than what it was. Looked high, but there was no intent there. Now with Sonny Nickel. Saints moving left. Golding changes the direction. Onto Fogarty. The ball's back, it's still loose. Like a bar of soap. But the scrum down will be formed and the initial knock-on by the Saints will be ruled, and it'll be a Salford feed. Brown feeds. Well, it looks as though he juggled with that a little bit. But Scott Mann linking up from the full-back position. Been quite impressive in his debut this afternoon. Quigley, on to forward, knocked forward. Maybe Farber was a dummy runner, we don't know. But he couldn't take it cleanly. Farber looks, he's obviously displeased with it. Yes, a little bit of discussion there between between Blakely, I think it is, or Quigley was it, and Farber. But Saints will have the feed. Still a little bit of hanky-panky there in the scrum. Over on the far side, Richard Webster packing, but well, he's out of the scrum again. He's Webster, he should be penalised. There's Golding, comes round, breaks out to the first tackle. Little bit of hanky-panky on the left. There's Fogarty. Well, there's a bit of battling and Phil Ford being dragged away, rightly so by Alan Hunt. But Golding, play still going on. Well, the referee, he's stopping play now. Scrum down, a knock-on is given, and tempers a little fray. Still over on the far side, and it's Webster and Fogarty that were doing battle, I think. The touch judge is on now, but play had been brought down right in front of the post at the Saints end. Phil Ford was coming in for a piece of the action. Alan Hunt was dragging him away, but he didn't want to know. The referee coming back, he's going to speak to the touch judge here, and Fogarty and Webster are there, obviously waiting to see what punishment the referee gives out. Well, Fogarty and Webster, they're having a laugh and a joke now, and are obviously discussing what went on. And Fogarty, an ex-professional boxer, but off the field, one of the most mildly mannered people you'd wish to meet. So the touch judge obviously taking his time there. He's going through with a very graphic description of what he feels happens. 24 points to 22 the score. Fogarty and Webster, 10 minutes in the sin bin. minutes in the sin bin for fighting, but Salford have the penalty for an initial high tackle is the indication. So 2 men in the sin bin. Salford have the penalty, and Saints were making good headway there, weren't they? They were just brought down 10 metres short of the Salford line. Quickly to restart, onto Brown, Blakely along the line. Oh, super tackle there. Super tackle by Booth. Paul Lachlan in at the action as well. Now it's with Blease for Salford. And I certainly think this game will just start warming up now. The popular side faithful get behind the Saints. Super tackle by Nicol. Solid tackle there. Brought quickly down. Now it's with Brown. Short ball to Farber. Farber bounces off the tacklers, but Joint comes in along with Casey and bounces him to the ground. Blakely working the loop movement with Blease. Oh, good tackle again. Saints line is intact at present. Last tackle of the sequence, 10 metres from the line. Mann chips it through. The ball's loose. The try's given. Scott Mann, I think, comes up with the 4 points after a mistake on the far side where Saints couldn't knock the ball dead. And now Salford regain the lead. 15 minutes into the second half. Scott Mann with his first try for Salford on his debut here at Nosey Road. 26-24. No, it was Blakely, beg your pardon. The Blakely conversion attempt waved away. As I said before, both of these sides with only 1 win from 3 outings. Salford in the lead now at 26-24. We've had 17 minutes of the second half gone. On the watch anyway, and we've had about 3 minutes stoppage for that incident just a bit earlier on, where Adam Fogarty and Richard Webster got the marching orders. Now it's Farber, running hard and strong. Oh, unloads a lovely ball. Salford can't take it, but Gibbs comes up with it. The referee, will he play the first knock on? He has. Obviously no advantage to the Saints. Salford knocked on, Scott Gibbs came up with it, he couldn't keep control of it. And the referee pulling and putting the scrum down for the first offence. Bobby Golding will feed the scrum. He breaks away quickly, taken down by Sean Brown. Nothing malicious, but Brown's arms did slip up a little high. Now with Ian Pickavance. Cunningham onto Joint, runs well out wide, but well wrapped up this afternoon. Saints now varying the play. Sean Casey drawing the defence in, slipping the ball out to Nicol, but 4 swarm round him. 20 metres from the Salford line. Saints on the attack. Golding onto Alan Hunt into space. Oh, Alan Hunt puts a long pass out, looking for Scott Gibbs on the wing, but Scott Gibbs was right by him. And a try goes a begging for the Saints. Unlucky there. Super ball by Bobby Golding, putting Hunt into a big hole. Ian Blease coming off and Bob Marsden going back on. Oh, super tackle there by Scott Gibbs on Phil Ford. 2 Welshmen together. A youngster just starting his career in rugby league, and the veteran Phil Ford. I know he won't mind me saying that. Well, I hope he won't mind me saying that anyway. Saints still trailing as Young drives the ball up. 26-24 the trailing. A miss there of a try, and obviously that incident with Sean Casey early on, where the referee ruled a double movement. Obviously talking points. But let's get Saints back in style. And points on the borders, Stevie Prescott. Moves it from the full-back position. Well, the man's tackled. That should be a penalty there. Prescott was tackled and Randall came in and dragged him back a further 5 metres. Golding along the line. Ian Pickavance bounces off the defence. Drives again, does Pickavance. Real strong forward. As I said before, he'll inject the pace into this Saints attack. Golding. Good ball to Scott Gibbs. Hunt inside. Hunt into space. Sonny Nichols in field. Good tackle by Mann. On to Alan Hunt. Golding a dummy half. Golding again. On to Nicholl. The ball will have to be spread. Casey. Yes. No mistake this time, is there? The referee points to the spot. Super try and Saints. They're back in the lead. Hunt took it up, took the tackle. Goldie from acting half-back, took it again inside. I think it was Sonny Nicholl. And then on to Sean Casey, who's picked a knock-up, an ankle injury there. Is it a blood bin? It's a blood bin. Oh, well, he held the red card up there. We're not having any of that, have we? But a blood bin substitution as Sean Casey comes off to be patched up and Andy Dannett comes back on. So, we thought it was an ankle injury, but maybe it's definitely a leg injury anyway. But Sean Casey, well, it is a leg injury. The club doctors just having a look at him there. But well scored by Sean Casey, under pressure, under a lot of pressure. Saints in the lead at 30 points to 26. As Loughlin brings the ball downfield. Adam Fogarty and Richard Webster looking to be reintroduced into the game. Dannett breaks through. Support there. Forward pass given. As Dannett released it to the supporting Saints player was Kieran Cunningham. Salford ball, they move it over to the right. Scott Mann, well marshalled. He's taken down. And Salford just outside the Saints 20-metre area. Brown along to Burkitt, one of the try scorers. He's well wrapped up. But Salford keep plugging away, don't they? Now it's with Brown. On to Blakely. Centre field. Saints defence holding tight. Only 4 points separating the sides. Now it's with Brown. On to Young. He didn't want it, but he's got it. Quigley at the acting half position. Brown, short ball inside to Randall. Tries to twist out of the tackle. It's the last one of the sequence. Both teams back to full complement. Brown chips it through. Sullivan lets it roll this time. It's gone directly touching goal. Salford came up with a try earlier on with a Saints mishap. Now Fogarty back after his 10 minutes in the sin binning. Webster, his partner in crime, if you don't mind me saying so. He tackles him. Now it's Alan Hunt, centre field. Cunningham on to Dannett. Sean Casey just been given sympathetic applause as he's kind of cheered off into the dressing room, where he's going to receive treatment obviously from the club doctor. It is just well, that was a bad ball, that. Now it's with Burkitt. Well taken down by Simon Booth. David Young. Salford plugging away, trailing by 4. Certainly been a seesaw match this afternoon. Lots of points scored, 56 in all at present. 7,239 people here this afternoon. and round about 2:30 there wasn't all that many in. Certainly coming very late, but as I said, we had a drop of rain or two. Marsden, well clamped. Saints, well, I don't know whether that's the last tackle he's indicated or whether he's just putting Saints back on side. Yes, it must be the last tackle. A tester by Brown. Burkitt knocks it back to Phil Ford. He's only got to be tackled. Well, he's dropped the ball, and the turnover will be ruled. Ford adjudged to have dropped the ball. He comes up with a smile as Phil Ford. Kieran Cunningham scampers away. The ball reaped out. Well, knock on is the indication. Saints players not happy with his touch judge on the near side. But a mistake there on the first tackle. And Saints can't afford to make mistakes like that. 15 minutes of the game remaining, plus stoppage time. Salford have the possession, they move it quickly. Burkitt, big Cumbrian centre. Wrestled to the ground by Chris Joint. Paul Loughlin also there as well. Scott Naylor moves it to the right. Salford very in the play. Paul Farmer being brought in. Lovely ball. Well, that was a mile forward. Super play by Salford. Forward onto Marsden, and then a pass a yard forward onto Critchley. They've showed some excellent touches of Salford this afternoon. They've got good handling, but mistakes like that are going to cost them points. Prescott taken down by Farmer. Simon Booth taking a knock. Chris Joint brings it wide. Cunningham onto Scott Gibbs. Watch this fella burst into action. Simon Booth's okay now, just took a knock. Now it's Dannett. Randall in at the tackle, along with Marsden. Cunningham moves it left to Booth. Booth breaks out of the tackle, drives again. Last tackle of the sequence, Salford all offside, the referee urging them back. Bobby Golding chipped it to that bottom corner, looking to put Mann under pressure. Saints moving quickly and forcing back. The Saints line of defence has got to line out and keep Salford under pressure now. Peg them down at that end. Good strong running. Both sides, an exciting game, plenty of points. In the last 15 minutes. Oh, good tackling there. That's the order of the day from the Saints. Simon Booth in again. Super defensive display. Now the kick will come from Salford. Blakely puts it upfield. An awkward ball. With the rain teeming down here at Rosie Road, Sullivan takes it. Beats the first man. Has to take the tackle as Blakely, who was the kicker, comes in and completes the tackle. Paul Loughlin still driving forward. Ian Pickavance, strong hard runner, still powering his way into this tight Salford defence. Chris Joint, powerhouse forward. Golding now, the instigator. Good ball to Dannett. Pushes inside. Oh, couldn't be taken. Cunningham just couldn't take it. Both sides are not frightened of throwing this ball about. But obviously it's led to quite a few mistakes. But they like to keep the ball rolling, keep it moving. Salford win the scrum. Still Saints in the lead by 4 points. A try and a goal wouldn't go amiss for either side. Scott Naylor on to Brown. Short ball there to Webster. Marsden, strong running, certainly full of running, these forwards. Both sides putting a lot of work into this afternoon's game. Forward, straightens it up, looking for support. Brown's there. Oh, super rugby by Salford. On to Quigley, now it's with Burkitt. Burkitt back to Mann. Mann running crossfield, now he straightens up. Sandwich between Nicol and Joint. Brown moves it left, chips it for the corner. Alan Hunt makes sure, kicks it dead. Under a bit of pressure there, the Saints. Did well. Brown ringing the changes there and putting the variations. Saints to drop out from between the sticks. 9 minutes on my watch, plus stoppage time, which there is probably about 2 or 3 minutes. Salford have possession. Jason Critchley, exciting three-quarter, but he'll have felt the full force of that, won't he? Gibbs and Nicol. Now it's with Quigley. Brown from the dummy half brings it blindside onto Forber. Tireless worker in the Salford ranks. Andy Dannett and Adam Fogarty in there at the action, and Fogarty being reprimanded for going in enthusiastically at the tackle, slipping a little punch in is the indication. It's all friendly stuff. Blakely will accept the penalty kick from just outside the 20-metre line. It's about 20 metres in from the popular side, about 23 metres from the sticks. It'll bring Salford back within 2 points if he's successful. 30-26 to score. And 7 minutes remaining. Certainly doesn't do either team's points difference any good this afternoon. Both defences being very suspect on numerous occasions. So Blakely, that slots it between. So that Blakely penalty goal puts 2 points in between the sides, 30-28. And there'll not be many people leaving the stadium. And there'll certainly be a lot of tight bums on the seats all round the arena, as well as this tightly contested game comes into the last 5 or 6 minutes. The rain still coming down. Handling very awkward. But Salford are in possession. They're trailing by 2 points, 30-28. David Young. Dannett with the initial tackle. Booth gets him up top. Now it's Marsden. And he gets the ball away. Salford keep it moving. Very exciting rugby from Salford this afternoon. They're certainly dangerous with the ball in the hands, and it's there again. It's released by Webster onto Quigley. Phil Ford takes it blindside. Alan Hunt tries to drag him into touch, but he does well, does Phil Ford. Quigley at dummy half. Taken by Scott Gibbs. Quigley tried to dribble it up. Scott Gibbs said thank you very much. Saints have the possession. And Saints are looking to make a further substitution. Sean Casey coming back on, and I think young Kieran Cunningham is going to be substituted. So Casey all stitched up, ready for action. Good work there by Pickavance. Golding, ringing it crossfield, short ball there. Oh, lovely ball to Loughlin. Yes, out to Alan Hunt. Hunt squeezes it in the corner. That's a super try. That's one out of the top drawer, and that could seal the point for the Saints this afternoon. second of the afternoon. That could really knock the stuffing out of this Salford outfit in what's been a very exciting game. (34-28). 3 minutes remaining plus injury time. Bobby Golding, man of the match for this afternoon, had an excellent game. And Salford looking to make a substitution, bringing Nathan McAvoy on. He came on earlier as a blood bin substitution, but he's been brought on now for Paul Farber, or he's looking to be brought on for Farber. Loughlin again, diagonal run. Casey back on now after being treated. So Casey back on as a substitute for Kieran Cunningham. Nickel stood in the tackle. Burkitt came in. Nickel stood his ground as you would expect him to. Big Yorkshire forward. Now it's with Gibbs. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Saints leading by 6, 34-28. Dallett taking up the running. Casey at dummy half. Over to Golding. Golding puts the ball downfield. Marm takes it cleanly. Saints cover defence comes in. Runs straight at Anthony Sullivan. Paul Loughlin's there and they both combine to wrap him up. Now it's Critchley coming cross field, but Dallett wraps him up. Very exciting rugby this afternoon. No danger about that. Farber. He has the ball. He's going to be brought off shortly. Now it's with Burkitt inside to Phil Ford. Simon Booth wraps Ford up. Ford doesn't like it, but he'll have to lump it, won't he? Quigley, I think it is. Oh no! The ball, yes. The ball being brought blindside. Quigley going through with it, but he couldn't control it. Substitution now going to take place. Paul Farber coming off and McAvoy coming on. Bobby Golding will feed the scrum. Alan Hunt coming in field. Hunt into space. Oh, but Webster and Critchley come in. And Critchley holding down. Chris Joint running on the opposite diagonal. Oh, Joint goes in. And Ford's going to be penalised for a high tackle. The touch judge straight in. And maybe Phil Ford could be the fourth man in the sin bin. No, he's just been told keep the tackle down. Bobby Golding takes the quick penalty kick to touch. 40 minutes on the clock. We're just playing the stoppage time now for that little fracas we had earlier on. Andy Dallett. Saints will keep the ball tight now for this set of 6. Or they hope to keep the ball tight for this set of 6, let me put it that way. Sonny Nickel straightens it up. Yes, a drop goal there. Bobby Golding seals the point. Oh, it's touched a player. It's touched the Salford player and they're going to have to drop out from between the sticks. That would have definitely sealed it there. So the ball comes back. Stevie Prescott tries to wind his way through. Time running out now for Salford. In stoppage time, 6 points separating the sides as Pickavance takes up the running. As I said earlier, Saints will keep it tight now. Joint moves out wide. Webster comes in. Nickel has possession. Nickel breaks the first line of defence. He drives up again into the Salford 20-metre area. Casey attacked in half. He goes on his own, looking for that gap. Lots of Salford bodies. Last tackle of the sequence. Will Golding try another one-pointer again? We'll soon find out, won't we? Oh, Fogarty runs it. Fogarty still driving. Held back. Just held out by Salford this time. 2 minutes of stoppage time have been played. 34 points to 28 the score. It's going to be a full length of the field job if Salford are going to try and rescue anything from this game. Martin Burkitt, taken by Darrett. Webster, this big Welsh forward with the running. Brown over to Critchley. Exciting player, Critchley. Certainly can be a match winner, but it's going to be hard for Salford, isn't it? I think the rain has slightly relented. Oh, but Salford still going hammer and tongs. Last tackle of the sequence. Now with Brown. What's a diagonal kick upfield. Anthony Sullivan will have to take it cleanly. Stevie Prescott's with him. Sullivan takes the tackle, just waiting for the final hooter. 3 minutes of stoppage time have elapsed. 6 points separating the side, 34 points to 28. And there's the final hooter. 34 points to 28 is the final score. Handshakes all round, but it's certainly been an exciting game. 24-20 was the half-time score, with Saints just taking the lead for the first time right on the 39th minute. In the second half, Salford opened the scoring with a Blakely penalty goal, brought them back within 2 points. Then a man try gave them the lead at 26-24, but then it was all Saints more or less, with a Casey try, a Golding goal, a Blakely penalty goal, brought them back within 2 points again, but Alan Hunt tried extended the Saints lead to 34 points to 28. Bitterly disappointed Salford, they must be. They've competed excellently this afternoon, thrown the ball out well, but unfortunately don't come away with any points in the league. And a high scoring match again, 34 points to 28. Anyway, thanks for joining us. You've been with the Micron Video in conjunction with your Saints video team. I don't know who Salford's game is next week, but Saints have a long trip up to Workington, so let's hope you can join us again. The final score here from Rosie Road, Saints 34, Salford 28.